Hello, guys. Yes. Whatever affects you affects God. This morning, I was washing my plates and kind of thinking about what. Anyways, I was washing, doing my dishes. So at a point, if you are like me, you like, you are clean. You want what you wash to be squeaky clean. So as I was washing, the knife I was washing slipped out of my hand. While contemplating or going back and forth, should I wash it? I dropped it, you understand, because time. I dropped it, and as soon as I just dropped it in that confusion of that whether is it okay, going back and forth. In the going back and forth, the knife, the pointed edge, it just slipped from my, it just went straight from my hand, slipped from my hand, went straight into the water, and then the pointed edge hits the bottom of the bucket. And as soon as it did that, I realized that then this word that I don't know, maybe is a conglomerate of different, similar phrases or from one person. It came to me. Whatever affects you affects God. The moment it hit the bottom of the bucket, I immediately felt bad. I was like, this is my property. I felt bad the moment that pointed edge of the knife hit the bottom of the bucket. Why? Because it's my bucket. I care about it. I care about every single piece of property that I have. Otherwise, I won't probably have it. Like, why would I have it? So it affected me, you understand? But then I just reassured myself. I then, okay, as this bucket, you understand, because it's a sharp pointed edge. So that word just came to me. Whatever affects you affects God. And why I'm not the bucket, but as the pointed tip of the knife, edge of knife, hits the bucket, then it just like, is my. So imagine you are bought with a prize. You are bought with a prize. You belong to God. And then something touches you, something that, yes, that could be painful, you understand, touches you. And you think God will not be affected. I wouldn't watch maybe someone coming to destroy that bucket. Like, I wouldn't watch someone, unless I don't need it. Like, I wouldn't want anything because it's useful. I wouldn't let something bad or want something bad at least happen to that bucket unless it is necessary. Isaiah 49 verse 15. Can a suckling mother or forget the child of her womb, as the son of her womb? Like, is it possible? And even if that happens, I, the Lord, will never forget thee. He says, I've been ingrained in the palm, inscripted in the palm of his hands. You know how profound that is. Can you touch his hands and he will not feel it? It's not possible. You and I have been indelibly imprinted. A picture of me indelibly, you can't leave. Like, it's permanent. Indelibly imprinted, tattooed as of a picture. A picture of me has been indelibly imprinted, tattooed on each palm of my hands. That's deep, indelibly imprinted. And someone touches you and you think they've not touched God. Hey, you touched God. In as far as you are in his hands, like, in as far as you touch God's hands, you touched God, and it's God that will fight for you. It's God that will it's God that will respond. Furthermore, to drive home these points, while I use a multi-food processor, it's versatile. It has an 18 elements inside it, so I don't have a blender. I was using it to blend my tomatoes process, but then the water was too much. It seemed I put too much. I then turned on the blender. Yes, so I turned it on so that the water could reduce because it has an 18. So, but then it seems I pushed it, I wanted the water to, I just pushed it more than, and the first stop, like the one that I felt I first felt it was okay. I just pushed it a little beyond that point. It has a timer. So, I don't know, maybe that's disobedience. So I then left. I proceeded to do other things. I went to, and then I was having my baths, and sometimes I take a long time in the bathroom, so all these things were going through my head, so at a point while I was bathing, because while I was bathing, my bathing was not, and then someone called me, you understand, and already I had someone called me, and then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who is this? I'm still bathing. I have something that I probably pushed the timer beyond the time that I should have. So, but I'm not done. Who is this? So, and I don't know how God, and then I was thinking like maybe God didn't tell me to turn it back, to reduce. But in His love and mercy, I would say, because I bought those tomatoes with the money provided. I bought it, and I wouldn't want the thing to burn. Actually, you understand, because it will affect me because the money I use, and then time, obviously, to go to market. So I don't know. I just took it as a sign from God, like maybe I should come outside while I was bathing. I'm the only one, where I am in the house. So I came out, and then lo and behold, it was actually I think I started perceiving a little burnt smell. So I just quickly went to off it. Understand? Before I even checked, then you understand? Before I even checked who called, and true to my thoughts while I was in the bathroom, I suspected one person. It was a girl. I'm going to mention her name. I don't know, Joy. So, yes, and probably why she called was not really relevant. She just likes calling me. So, but then I just took it as a sign, and then I came out. And true to what, you still had like 2 minutes left for the heating element to off completely, according to what I timed it, and that was like the extra 2 minutes I added though, beyond the first stop, or yes, my first initial stop. So I just offed it, and thank God she called. I was happy. Thank God she called. I took it as a sign. I could have continued to stay in this thing, and like I said, when I came, and the thing would have been burning. I later found out after I came, I now finished from the bathroom because I'd already unplugged it from the socket. Then when I came, I used a spoon to check the bottom, and I saw, because the heating element in the apparatus is not even, so one part can be burning. There might still be water, but it's not even, so one part side of the bottom can be burning your tomatoes, or whatever you put, while the other side is free. You understand? That's the con or the downside of the 𝗦𝗰𝗿𝗄𝗃 maker. And there are many instances of this, like you put food on fire. I don't like my things to get burnt. For example, you put something on fire, and you understand, like if I don't mind it burning, God will not. Even while I was in the bathroom, in the toilet, I'd totally forgotten about something. even tomatoes, I was now using my normal pot to boil or to cook, like remove the water furthermore. I'd totally forgotten about it, and then all of a sudden, in fact, there was even a time I was feeling like, should I off it? But then I was like, I look at there's still water inside, you understand? So I left it. I didn't know if it was God or something. But then I was in the toilet, with my phone on my, with my phone, and then I just remember from nowhere my tomato. So, so it's left for me to leave there, to either to leave what I was doing now and go and leave and go and off it at once, or I stay there and that thing might be burning or might burn, so I thank God by the time I left and I just followed it once, it wasn't burning. Thank God for that. My tomatoes didn't burn more, so these are just one of the ways God reminds us that He loves us, or He helps us. Yeah, so I just remember this from nowhere, something I wasn't thinking about before. So He loves you, He cares for you. That's the thing. Just as you wouldn't want something bad, you don't want to see something that you value, that has value to you, happen to it, something bad. Just the same way God doesn't want to see something bad happen to you. So even the chastisements, whatever the bad thing that even happened to you, or like to me, for example, it affected God. It affected God. Even while Jesus was going through all those things, you understand, Jesus came from the Father. And do you think it didn't affect God? Definitely, God must have been pained because it belongs to God. You understand? So, but then it was necessary for it to happen. So even the things that you couldn't control that happened to you, externally from people, it affected God. And sometimes God doesn't allow everything, to happen. God doesn't allow everything sometimes. But then God might have used it, or we use it for your good. Whatever He allows, like the things that you could not control, someone's behavior, someone's attitude, even people maybe inflicting pain on you. You understand? You didn't know that was going to happen, but it, happened. Don't think it didn't affect God. And they touched God's hand, so it's coming for them. It's coming for them, because if you hit my hand, it's as good as I will feel the pain. I will feel the pain. So it will be my own decision, my choice to retaliate or not. Think of it that way. God loves you. God cares about you, and you should care about others too. Don't do unto others what you would not want someone to do to you. Whatever affects you affects God.